were stuck in traffic, and my son had fallen asleep. As was usual for him, his head began to nod to one side. Then I heard his brother say, "Mommy, Tendo's head, it's just dripping." I loved it. It was smart, it was memorable, and it was funny. Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. My son Mali's words inspired me to think about the lessons that I would like to teach him and Tendo as they grow older. I wondered, what smart, funny, memorable things can I say to them? Words that will take life from themselves and impact my children's lives as they grew older. I discovered that I had none. So I would have to scour and my books to get the kind of lessons that I wanted to share with them. So my search began. Imagine my shock and horror when the first quote I came across from James Baldwin said to me, "Children have never been very good at listening, but they have always been very good at imitating their elders." My goose was cooked. I had grown up knowing that my mother's word was final. And for 30 years, I had been waiting for the moment when my words would be final. Mali is 3, Tendo is 1.5. For the next 10 years, they are going to be children. Thereafter, Mali will be a teenager, and the chances that he will listen to me will go from slim to none. I thought about what I could do in the interim to make the kind of impact that I want to make. And I decided that probably it would help if I learned from them and taught them the things I saw in them that I wanted them to build and grow on. I remembered an incident when I heard Mali speaking to his younger brother. "Tendo, what you're doing is wrong. Stop it and don't do it again." The dutiful little brother said, "Sorry." And in that instant, I noticed 2 things. One was that Mali did not accuse his brother of things that he had repeated. He did not call him a cheat, he did not call him a liar, and he didn't say, "You always do this." He called out the problem and admonished his brother for it, but he asked him not to repeat it in the future. What amazed me even more is that in their future interactions, I have never heard Mali say to his brother, "Do you remember the day when you did that thing that I was unhappy about?" He doesn't judge him on that one infraction. It was a lesson for me. Why do I sweep things under the carpet? Why do I single out my friends for their tardiness and say, "You're always late"? For the fact that they do not keep their word and call them cheats. Would it help if I learned from my son to correct things in the instant and forget about them? It's a challenge I'm willing to take. I remember also an instance when Mali saw his brother approaching a cat that he liked. Tendo was frightened, and Mali approached the cat, stroked it, and said to Tendo, "Tendo, it's all right, don't be scared, come, come." And he helped his brother pat the cat. To of my knowledge, Mali does not like cats, but he saw the fear in his brother's eyes and dared to take the challenge for him. He stood up as the big brother, fought for his little brother, and showed him the way. To this day, Mali will always go to Sydney and stroke him and encourage his brother to come along. As a mother, as a mentor, the challenge is for me to help those I see in trouble identify their fear, see how I can help them identify the thing that is scaring them, see how I can teach them to tackle it, and encourage them every day until they are able to do it on its own. The lessons are not only from Mali, they are from Tendo as well. Every day, without fail, one brother will wake up before the other. I love it when Tendo wakes up before his brother. And when he hears his brother approaching the living room, he runs to his brother, and I hear the pitter-patter of little feet. Mali! And he embraces his brother, celebrating the miracle of friendship and of brotherhood. Mali, in return, will hug his brother and stroke his back and say, "Hi, sweetie." The day begins, and they're off to new challenges every day. I wonder, do I love those in my circles with as much enthusiasm? Do I hug them with the same energy every day? I encourage them to wake up and look forward to the celebration of knowing that I celebrate them every day? I don't do it consistently, but it is a challenge for me. I am learning from a 3-year-old, and I'm learning from a 1.5-year-old, but the lessons will change me for a lifetime. I look forward to the day that I will watch my young son, having crossed over from childhood to teenage and from teenage to adulthood, and to say to him, "My son, I love you and I thank you for the lessons that you have taught me. I look forward to having you learn from your children as well." Madam Contest Chair.